Have you ever been driving along in the back of the cab, just enjoying your day, when suddenly you're hit with an anxious thought? Did I remember to lock the front door? I call these nagging worries mind gremlins. And if you're a product person, you should pay attention to the kinds of things that make people anxious. Let's take Slack, for example. I've heard from a number of Slack customers who wonder, is Slack distracting my team from doing their work? Identifying and alleviating these worries can proactively help you fight churn. Slack, for example, introduced a new feature called Do Not Disturb that allows employees to turn off notifications for a set period of time. One method for identifying potential problems is to send your customers the Product Market Fit Survey. Before we get started, I need to define what product market fit is. Here's how Mark Andreessen defines it. Product market fit means being in a good market with a product that can satisfy that market. Why is finding product market fit so important? Well, basically, it determines how likely people are to stop using your product. And it was Sean Ellis who came up with the product market fit survey. Typically, you ask your customers, how would you feel if you could no longer use the product? And you give them three choices: very disappointed, somewhat disappointed, or not disappointed. This product really isn't that useful. According to Sean, if at least 40% of survey respondents make the choice of very disappointed, you have reached product market fit. So if I was Slack, I would create a survey that looks something like this. I'd ask questions like, how did you first use Slack? How many separate Slack teams are you a part of? And then the all-important product market fit question. How would you feel if you could no longer use Slack? Next, you want people to clarify their answer. And you'll find that when you ask this question, help us understand why you said the above, you'll get all sorts of great qualitative data on why your customers are happy or why they are unhappy. So this particular survey, which was done by my friend Heaton Shaw, showed that Slack has product market fit because over 40% of people would be very disappointed if Slack no longer existed. In this case, it's 51%. Heaton was also able to get lots of other quantitative data, for example, how they first started to use Slack, how they first discovered Slack, whether it was a friend or a colleague, Twitter, blog, etc. But the most interesting results came from the less passionate users. For example, a large percentage of respondents viewed Slack as best for remote teams. Many users believed that only technical people should use Slack. More than 50% of users did not have a specific integration that they liked. Many of these less passionate users also saw room for improvement, including things like threaded conversations. They also indicated that they did not fully understand Slack. And all of these are both threats and opportunities for Slack. They can take these things and turn them into education campaigns, marketing campaigns, and product improvements. This is why this information is so helpful. It helps you anticipate customers' needs before they leave for good. Ready to do this with your own customers? Below the video, you'll find downloads, including a sample product market fit survey in PDF form, as well as links to the examples I used in the video, the tools you can use to create these surveys yourself, and other references. Thanks for watching this free Tiny Marketing Wins sample. If you want more tutorials like this, you can subscribe at tinymarketingwins.com.